What's up, guys? This is Brent with another ACP Faith in a Minute. Hey guys, just had a thought that really crossed my mind the other day I wanted to share with you. You really got to be careful what you say. You don't realize some things we say stick with people for a very long time. Let me give you a positive example, because it works both ways, so you really have to be careful with it. So years ago, my sister went to Delano Bay to a senior teen session, and I have no idea what the session was like, but I remember she came home and the front of her t-shirt had a guy flexing his arm. And I looked at it and I was like 10, maybe 12 at the time. I was like, it's not that big. That's not that impressive. My sister told me, she's like, yeah, you wish. Your arms will never be that big. Well, the arm in question was Evander Holyfield, and guys, I've spent a lifetime chasing it, and I can honestly say now, my biceps are actually bigger than Evander Holyfield. Now, that's not a huge stretch, because his arm was only actually 16 inches around. That's not a massive arm by anyone's standards. It's not like a bodybuilder's arm or something. These guys who have monster biceps, but to a 10-year-old kid, it was a huge arm. And I remember calling my sister and saying, hey, remember when you said this? And she was like, no. That's what I do. Yeah, that was 30, oh goodness, that was like 25 years ago, 27 years ago that we had this conversation. And guess what, guys? I'm 38 years old and I still remember that. And I set a goal, and I've been chasing it for a long time, to have arms bigger than Evander Holyfield's. Now, that's a positive scenario, because it drove me to take better care of myself and to, take better care of myself. I don't know how to say that. But what happens when bad things are said? I got another scenario, I won't give you much detail, where someone that I loved very dearly said something very nasty to me. And I can tell you exactly, I was 17 years old. I'm 38, guys, and it has haunted me and followed me, this many years later. And it's something that still sits in the back of my mind and affects me from day to day when I think about things. You don't think about the power of your words, guys, but as Christians we're required to. James 3 gives us a really clear picture, and I'm not going to quote the whole thing because it's a long set of the tongue can be a really nasty thing, and we're required to take care of what we say. Guys, go over check out James 3. He has some really fiery things to say. You can do a lot of things to people, but your words are important, guys. And as Christians, we're called to exalt people, to raise people up, not to tear people down. You may not think what you're saying now can hurt somebody, but you have no idea. My sister had no idea I would take that with me for the rest of my life. My girlfriend at the time probably had no idea that I would take what she said with me for the rest of my life. And I'm sure all of you can relate to that. Someone said something nasty that has just haunted you forever. Guys, the tongue can be a devious thing. Go check out James chapter 3. Weigh carefully what you say and who you say it to. Because, guys, it's there forever. You can't take it back once it's out. This has been Brent with another ACP Faith in a Minute.